Hello food fans, going to have an old favorite here. This is Dinty Moore Beef Stew, and I had this, I think the first time I had Dinty Moore Beef Stew I was probably about 10 years of age, so it's been quite a long time ago that I first tasted Dinty Moore Beef Stew. This is a 15-ounce can. I bought this at Amazon. Right now they do not have 15-ounce cans available at Amazon. They might in a week or two, but the 15-ounce can was less than $2.50 when I bought it. I have no idea what it's going to be the next time they have it available, but Amazon does have 20-ounce cans of Dinty Moore Beef Stew, a third bigger than this can right here. 20-ounce cans, and they come out to about $2.50 per can, which is pretty good price for food these days, and hopefully the inflation won't keep inflating the price forever, and maybe the good tasting food will still be within reach of our budget. The one bad thing about Dinty Moore Beef Stew and just about all processed food, too much sodium, and they kind of disguise that in the information on the back of the can, where they tell you the ingredients or the nutritional value of the Dinty Moore Beef Stew. They tell you that it's got about 44% of your daily recommended allowance, but what they don't tell you is there's 2 servings per can, so you're getting 88%. Isn't that exciting? And we're also going to have a secret dessert, so let's get started. The first secret ingredient I will show you, we're boiling some water, and we're going to be putting in some elbow macaroni, and I'll put in about 5 ounces of elbow macaroni. That'll be about 4/5 of a cup of elbow macaroni. We're going to bring the water to a boil, put in the elbow macaroni, and soften it to the degree that I like it soft, and that probably would be a little bit tougher than what most people would like, but I will tell you that you can cook it in the boiling water for about 10 minutes, and that should satisfy everyone's taste. And while the train whistle blows in the far background, I'll remove the lid, and we have some boiling water. I shall put in some elbow macaroni. Enough. What I'm going to do is boil the macaroni till it's the softness that I like. Then I will drain the water, and the heat from the pan and what little water is left in there I will use to cook the Dinty Moore Beef Stew. Let's show the name, Dinty Moore. And we're almost ready to consume some Dinty Moore Beef Stew. And I have the beef stew on top of the elbow macaroni, and the water has been drained, and I let it heat a little bit more on the burner, which is not a burner, an electrical plate, electric stove heater, and this is ready to be consumed. I want to thank a couple of people. The dessert, the secret dessert that we're going to have, came from Connie in Ohio, and thank you for that. And we also want to thank Susan, I think it's pronounced Gnail, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Gnaol, and I like the road she's located on. I won't mention what it is, and that's from Moscow, Pennsylvania, and also Jim or Tim Edwards, not sure of the spelling there, in Columbus, Georgia, who all sent some things for holiday consumption. And I'm going to taste the beef stew macaroni concoction, and we'll add some secret ingredients. There's still more secret ingredients yet. Dinty Moore Beef Stew is very hearty, very filling, very chunky. It tastes as good as it did the first time I had it, probably in the 1940s. And I said I'm going to add something. Now, how do I get to it? I think I'll put this down here. And this down here. And let's see, where is it? Here. I got all kinds of food here. Thanksgiving was wonderful, as always. The prices have gone up, but not too bad where I live in Tennessee. And what I'm going to do, from my Thanksgiving meal, I have some cranberry sauce left over. Cranberry sauce with beef stew? Yes. Cranberry sauce with beef stew. Since we have some left over, goes good with the turkey, goes good with the chicken. And I will tell you here in a minute. There's some cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce goes good with beef stew. Very good. And my napkin here. Life is great for me. I hope all is going well for you. I feel good, 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 I feel good. I have met some of my subscribers who live nearby here. Not a real meetup or anything, just I have met them in person. Dinty Moore Beef Stew is great. This is a salad, the first salad I'll have. I have three salads. All left over from Thanksgiving. This, by the way, is the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I have some coleslaw. Coleslaw is made of cabbage, primarily, and I try to have a cabbage salad every day. Very good. Put the lid back on the coleslaw. This came from Kroger. The Dinty Moore Beef Stew came from Amazon. And I don't get paid anything for mentioning the food, where it comes from. This is macaroni salad, also from Kroger. The elbow macaroni came from Aldi's. We have macaroni in the main dish, with macaroni in the macaroni salad. Two or three times a week I'll take my temperature, and one of the things I guess is pretty common, older people like myself, have lower temperatures. Did you know that? My usual temperature is 97.1, sometimes 97, and sometimes it gets down 96.9 when I feel fine. Potato salad. If you're anything like me and you've celebrated Thanksgiving, the United States has a Thanksgiving holiday, and it was this past Thursday. And I think most citizens who celebrate Thanksgiving eat an awful lot, probably about twice as much as they would on an average day. Try some more cranberry sauce. And of course, keep the kids away from any cans that have been opened that have the sharp edges like that. More cranberry sauce. I'll tell you some more about working in the business of entertainment. When I worked on Dear John, we worked 4 seasons at Paramount, and there were 2 of the seasons we used the same stage, and 2 seasons that we used different stages. And the stage that we worked on back about 1990 the stage had a door. If you were coming onto the Dear John set, you'd use the same door as you would use if you were visiting the set of the movie Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Swayze, and others. And Whoopi used to come over to our stage once or twice a week anyway and visit, and we would go over to their stage and visit. And very nice people, Whoopi and Patrick. And later, another year, we were working at a stage where the stage door that entered our stage also entered the stage for, I think it was called Royal Family, with Red Fox and Della Reese. So we got to see Della Reese and Red Fox all the time. They'd come over and see our set, and we would see their set. And Della would sing. She's got a beautiful voice. She had a beautiful voice. If you get a chance to listen to Della Reese, maybe I'll leave a link, if I remember, I'll leave a link to her recording of a song that had 2 different titles depending on who was singing it. It was called And That Reminds Me. I think that was what Della Reese called the song when she sang it, And That Reminds Me. And the other was similar to that, but not the same words. Della had a beautiful voice, and I got to hear her from a distance of about 2 feet away. Was quite often when she would be coming out the door and I'd be coming in the door, and we would pass. She might be just singing, and as she walked along. Arsenio Hall was on the stage next to our stage also, and also we shared our evening meals on Tuesdays. The caterer came onto the Paramount lot and set up for two different companies, the Dear John Company and the Cheers Company. Cheers filmed on Tuesday nights and Dear John filmed on Tuesday nights. Root beer time. A lot of distinctive flavors here. Cranberry sauce tastes like cranberry sauce, coleslaw tastes like coleslaw, beef stew tastes like beef stew. We're going to have some dessert that tastes pretty good. I did order 12 of the cans of Dinty Moore Beef Stew, 15 ounce, from Amazon. They arrived in fine condition. But now, as of today, Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, Amazon doesn't have the 12-pack of Dinty Moore 15-ounce cans, but the 20-ounce cans are quite a bargain. And by the way, Kroger and Aldi, A-L-D-I and Kroger, each had 10-pound bags of potatoes about a week ago for $2.99. That's a really good bargain. Some of the other visitors to the Dear John set during the 4 years that I worked there, one of the people, the person who directed the first two episodes, the pilot and the first episode, was James Burrows, B-U-R-R-O-W-S, real nice man who has directed some of the best shows ever from Hollywood. He directed most of the Cheers episodes. I think he directed a lot of Taxi episodes. The pilot of Taxi, I think, was under the direction of James Burrows. Jeff Conaway, who used to be an actor on Taxi, would visit the set of Dear John, and he'd sit in the bleachers and watch us rehearse. And I think he liked the peace and calm of the Dear John set. He worked with Judd Hirsch on Taxi for many seasons. And he was one of the stars of the movie Grease. I think he was second billing to John Travolta. Some sets that I've worked on over the years, there's a tension and a feeling that we have to get this done right away, we got to do it this way, and people are not calm. But Dear John was probably the nicest set I've ever worked on. Just, it was a very pleasant place to be. They call that a 3-camera show, even though it has 4 cameras. It's the same basic formula that Lucille Ball used back in the early 1950s when she decided to film her television show and do it like a stage play. Other shows I worked on that used the 3-camera approach: Family Ties, Happy Days, there was a show, I believe it's called Alice, is that right? A restaurant set. I used to go to the shows after I first arrived in Hollywood in 1956. I would visit the shows, but they're free to watch. You can be in the audience, and I don't know how the rules have changed with COVID, and of course before that 9/11. Most of my extra work was done in the 1980s. Some people in the audience are bussed in from the Chinese theater and other places where there are crowds of people who would love to see a live TV show. Time for root beer. Kroger had root beer the last time I was there, but the time before they didn't have root beer. A lot of empty shelves now. How's the weather where you are? It is pleasant today here in the Nashville area. It has a high of about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Windy. This is Sunday, and Tuesday we are expecting storms, possible severe storms, but too soon to tell. Paramount was my favorite major studio to work. That's where we did Dear John. MGM was nice, but that didn't work there very often. Columbia and Warner Brothers shared a lot called TBS, the Burbank Studios, and I worked there a lot. Some of the shows were dramas. Worked T.J. Hooker there, and lots of other shows. Universal was nice. Some of the shows worked Universal. Quincy with Jack Klugman, and Murder, She Wrote, Buck Rogers. I worked the movie Psycho 2 there. Now, make some room here for the secret dessert. I told you that Connie in Ohio sent some stuff, and let me reach around here. Pardon my reach there. She sent some dessert. This is chocolate in the shape of Ohio, and these are called what, Buckeyes. Ohio, the Buckeye State. So let's have a little bit of this. How do we undo it? Oops. Is this a cookie or is this solid chocolate? I've got lots of chocolate candy right now left over from Halloween. I think this is like a Hershey bar. Very good. Well, thanks to Connie. And one more sip of good old root beer. Thank you for stopping by and joining me for lunch. Always good to see you. Another bite of chocolate. That is good chocolate. Thank you for watching.